Trip. I'm gonna get straight to it. You know, this is gonna be a video about and for anybody that's going through it. Going through it could vary. It could be just having a hard time in life trying to figure out who you are and your purpose. It could be relationship, friendship, you know, anything, financial situations, mental health, situations you're going through, you know, tribulations you're going through, you know, um, hardship, you know. This is a video for anybody that's going through it right now. I first want to start off by saying, even when I started making content, and I set a goal for myself, I feel like that's when a lot of haters started. When I started just painting these pictures, is what I call it, is giving you tiny bits, a glimpse of my life and the things I go through in the attacks. And clearly, somebody is interested in seeing the videos. I'm not the biggest, obviously. I'm small time. All of this is uncut, So I'm debating if I want to even continue making content, because I feel like, especially with this particular channel, I'm not sure. I got certain videos, with 1,400 views and no likes. I got short feeds too, of just me, and certain other ones, and videos. They got, couple hundreds of views with 1 or 2 likes, so that's the reason, one of the biggest reasons that can kind of, unmotivate a person to keep dropping videos. But, when you have a passion for something, like I have a passion for doing this and other things, it's something that I like to do genuinely. But, when you're making content, you want to interact with the people. Like I said, I don't even know if certain people leave comments, so far, because once in a while I see a comment, but it's really not nothing to reply about, in my opinion. It's usually the sky video. So like I said, if anybody even leaving comments or something, I'm not able to see them at this present time. I don't know what's going on behind the scenes, if that's the case, or maybe people are just not leaving comments, which, it is what it is. But anyway, for my people that's finding themselves in these situations where they seem like everything seems to go wrong, and that's because as long as you stay on the right track and pay attention to all the signs, usually when a person is going through so much, something big is about to take place in their life, especially when you have a pure heart, when you have good intentions. Because as much as a God or all of this that I know that I am, I'm just as humble here, having an experience just like anybody else. I don't care what I may have said and spoke about and studied and said in these videos. I do believe and I do know that I'm high ranked, celestial, connected, etc. But I do know, as me choosing to have this experience, that I have to deal with spirits, because everything is a spirit, because we are a spirit that possesses a soul, and some people are just individual or just spirits, so we're having this human experience. Not to say that it's okay to lust and to hate on somebody or to do this and to do that. I don't believe no one that ever existed on earth was completely perfect, but then I could be wrong. I wasn't living back then, you know. Even the entity that they call Jesus, etc. I really don't believe that even, he, if he existed, etc. Not getting too deep into that. That if you look at some of the stories and you know they say he wasn't perfect. And you look throughout the biblical texts. Again, I'm not a big Bible thumper, but I grew up in the church many moons ago, and I grew out of it. Strong message. But yeah, Moses. Moses took a man out, if I'm not mistaken. Thou should not do this. That's why a lot of these people that claim to be Christians and all these different religions, which I don't debate about or get too deep into because it's not an interest of mine. But I know people that's public servants that's in those fields that carry, service weapons, but yet they're Christians, after all that. But you will take a person out if you had to on your job. So I don't know how that um, adds up to being a Christian, you know. But I'm not gonna get deep into that because a lot of things are corrupt and a lot of organizations are just used for control and fear tactics. You know, if anyone is going through anything, whether it's at home, if you're working and people hating on you, especially if you're anointed, that's just gonna happen 10 times, 10 times worse than the average person. Because I'm going through so much right now where I'm not gonna lie, I don't even feel like making videos. But something in me says, hey, your testimony may help somebody. The things that you go, like I'm really just getting started. But the way what I'm trying to do all this content, I'm dealing with financial things, I'm dealing with mental health things, I'm dealing with all kind of different situations. And there's so many distractions, which tells me that maybe this is one of the things that I should be doing if a person are really trying to stop me from doing it. When you attract more haters than supporters, you know, maybe they won't fully appreciate you until, people pass on, it seems. It's like nobody seems to appreciate people while they're here. Give me my flowers while I'm here and give you your flowers while you're here. And like I said, if you're relating to these videos in a strong way and it's really hitting you in a way, then it's for you. For a lot of the sideline haters, etc., do I need to even mention them? I've been giving them too much power as it is. They're here to do what they're here to do. The devil came to steal, take out, deceive, and destroy. So, and that's what people of Satan's seeds do. You can't expect those type of entities to be something different. And you have to remember, they are in high places. I'm fighting demons in my sleep. You know what I'm saying? Slaying them. But and you call them demons because they're disagreeable. You know what I'm saying? They're in high places. They're in all type of high places. That's the reason why it's always difficult for the light bearers, for those real ones, with the real a strong message, spiritual assassins, etc. See, a lot of the evil ones in high places, they pretend like they don't know what's going on, but the reality is there's a lot of people are waking up and are tired of certain things. It's not just me, it's not just him, her. There's a lot of people all over the world having a great awakening. And a lot of people that are comfortable with all of the mischief and all of the destruction and all of the discriminate and all these things that they live and survive and thrive off of. Other people's pain, other people's struggle, other people's labor. A lot of people or entities from different races and colors are just getting tired of it. So it's not just one individual group. A lot of people are going through a lot of different things. This channel is for whoever it relates to. Yeah, I am talking to mainly people that's like me, if you get my drift, and that's only because I feel like we're 10 times over attacked. You know what I mean? And people that I've had conversations with from many walks of life would agree with that. Will 100% agree. So I know I'm not saying anything wrong, and I'm not trying to discriminate on nobody, but people always saying negative things to me. See, I would be open to probably start socializing more. I've done that and I've been there. And I've noticed that most people are cruel. It's just the reality of it. Yes, you can have your circle and your friends and y'all can have a good time, but it's always something going on. And it's low vibrational. See, sometimes I have to take a break, and because I don't want to always talk about souls and spirits and everything else, and anointed and chosen. It's a million content out here, but I'm pure with the heart. I come off of pure. This is what I've been doing for a very long time. I'm way older than a lot of people that could even try to assume. I've been around. And for the gang stalkers and the familiar spirits or whatever that thinking they come against me, who gonna be with me when God is in me and outside of me? I ain't fearing it. But they know. Those real ones know that I've been doing this. I don't know about anybody else, but I've been doing this kind of stuff. Speaking about the things I speak about. Talking about higher things. I don't want to talk about all the time the protesting and all of this and the deletion what the police are like. Yeah. There's certain content that I've dropped, and yeah, I may, you know, talk about certain stories, but I'm very specific on what I give my energy to. Because I'm a sensitive person, man. I get to seeing stuff and talking about things, I can feel it. And it weighs heavy on me. So I have to understand, and you have to understand that, these are tactics to keep you low vibrational, emotional, in fear. To stay in your place, to know that, you can only be what we want you to be, not what you want to be. And I think that's the message in a lot of those things. And it's not to pay attention because it only gets power when you give it power. That's why they put it on TV. That's why they force your attention. They force you to look at these body cameras. They force you to look at this stuff so you could be like, oh my God, I'm being in fear, I'm driving, I'm scared. What's understood don't have to be explained. So sometimes I feel like I have to come down a bit to talk about, maybe if you're having a hard time in a relationship. I'm not a relationship expert, but I know if something is mainly toxic, that you should move on. You don't need a spiritual sense to have a common sense of that. But if you continue to put yourself in those type of situations and be with a person that's super toxic for you, and vice versa, then you're asking for all that trouble. You're asking for everything that comes with that, so therefore I don't feel sorry for you. They know who I am. And if you real and you amongst those ones, they know who you are. This is not a fad, it's not a facade. I don't try to do this because I try to get some type of gain. Yes, because if I'm going to do this full time, I need full time support. Because trust me, I'm going to live this life regardless. I'm going to go through these things regardless. I don't even put everything on the camera. And I'm not going to put everything on the camera. All the encounters I be having with certain people and the evil eyes, Yeah, there's celestials in the sky, but there are also those evil eyes in the sky. You just got to have discernment to learn which is which. And it's a lot of haters, man, and it's like they so jealous, man. These people will have more than you, even financially, and still hate on you. You trying to build a channel or do anything in your life, they on your stuff, watching you, hating on you, worrying about what you said, but yet they can't even do not even close to what you can do. They can't even endure half, not even half, less than half than the things that you've been through. See, when you ask to see something, God or the angelic or the celestial or the whoever that exists out here will show you. Because it's evidence that we are beyond this. We are beyond these titles. You know, I don't believe in black and white. That's colors. Or whatever. All these other titles and things. Yes, people was this and people was here, there, where. But how does that apply to your life? How is that going to help you having certain debates? That's why I don't debate about certain historic events. Because I know that he's telling his story and not the truth. You know? So yeah, I've been going through it, man. Honestly, man, if anybody really support, at this time, I will really, truly appreciate it, Support the channel, the regular thing. Like, comment, subscribe, share, get the content out. Because regardless, I'm going to still probably make content more than likely, whether I'm getting support or not. But it just shows me that I'm not going to put energy into haters. I want to put energy into people that's really learning something from these videos, that's really getting something to know that out of all this hard time that you keep going through, don't give up and continue to do what you do. Don't be a rug or mat either. Don't let people run over you. Stand up for something. Know when to be silent and know when to speak, because everything ain't always meant to be said. Everything ain't always meant for a camera. But then it's a time for a camera and it's a time for things to be said. Because they're going to hate and despise a person like me, brother. I'm doing this a lot. And that's, or not. And that's overstood. I don't need your validation. You know what I'm saying? And you're not going to get close to me. And it's for any haters that even appear to know or think who I am and whatever. I'm just sending a special message to you. If you don't got good intentions, stay your distance. And that's for anybody that's making content or not making content. If you got good intentions, surround yourself by good people. Surround yourself by people that really care about you, so you don't end up in a situation where you have to fear for your life or protect yourself. Because we are in the ending of a new beginning times of new eras. That's why everything is more militarized. That's why things are more, because the consciousness is going more up. We're entering different, time zones and portals, etc. I already had a visitation, but I keep that to myself. I already had my body levitate out of my body, out of body experience. You got to understand, like, it's much deeper. But to get on the worldly, the earthly things, to know that the overall message is love. But unfortunately, in these times, in these eras, it is war. But the ultimate key is always love, and that's what I preach overall. But I know I'm a warrior, and I'm on the front line. And they know when you a real warrior and you one of those ones, because guess what? They're going to be like this all the time. Everything you do. That's why you got divine guidance that's watching everything they do and watching everything you do. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, this triple one's the guy. On us. 13. Leave the comments, let me know. Like I said, I do got different stuff coming. All of this is uncut. Even with my short feeds, you may hear me mess up a little bit, but I come back. Put it together, man, it's pure art. Type of art that's probably not found here. If you get what I'm saying. What's understood don't have to be explained. I own this.